Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the regular old GM, not GM2, GM3, nope, GM. And we'll see what we can do in a 250 match with Taru on Arctic Base. And yeah, the GM is a pretty weird suit. It's kind of like the Zaku 2 where it's one of those basic suits that can help you learn the game, but for the most part, a lot of people will start picking the other suits. But I'm actually starting to see a little bit of a resurgence with the regular GM. Lately, I've started to see people pick GM as a kind of a assisting general for the frontline general, and they either put like leg breaker parts or they just do something with heat rate so they can just continue firing their beam spray gun at people. Because, beam weapons will do a lot more damage at 250 because there's less beam defense to go around. But especially against raids. Like raids, I believe this match there's going to be 3 enemy raids, and yeah, that's going to be almost like, actually, yeah, over 800 damage per shot, which is pretty damn good for me. That's gonna net me some good damage against these guys if I can hit them, of course. Because there's plenty of moments where I just can't aim for shit because this is like my first time playing the GM in a while. I remember I actually had a mix-up mode game somewhere in this channel where I picked the regular GM and actually did okay as far as a GM can do at like those high costs. But it's a good assisting general, and I thought when I picked this suit we were gonna have more of like a frontline kind of general team. But we got a regular Zaku 2, and I believe we got a Zaku 2 Kai, and they both have the machine guns on. So we're not gonna have like the stun melee general. We kind of have to do an accumulation stun kind of game. Most of our stuns are going to be from our Desert GM and Taru. Well, I say most of our stuns, the actual stuns, not the accumulation stuns, But yeah, GM can still put in some kind of work. Again, people have, thought of a gameplay method for it, and have doubled up with the GM and have a frontline general, and they'll go attack somebody or engage in a front line, break somebody's legs real fast, or melt them down with because they don't have beam defense. But yeah, so it's good to know that the GM has seen this resurgence. Now, if only they can maybe do something to Zaku 2. I totally thought that guy was going to fall down as soon as I tackled him because he was coming from the air, but nope, he managed to land just in time to get normally stunned, and they're going to run away. They have 2 Ags, which I like the Ag, but recently it's it's one of those suits where as soon as it comes around, people will focus heavily on it, and it's basically a glass cannon at this point. I remember when I was first playing it, people kind of ignored it, and they let it do, casual 5,000 damage to it. Whatever damage it does, because it does a lot of damage with the drills. The stuns, I really wish the weapon it had mobile aquatic shooting with wasn't the shitty little missile arm it has. But yeah, it has a pretty easy stun with the missiles on its head, and then the little laser beam, what do you call it? The torch beam. I'm gonna call it the torch beam for now. Can get a quick stun as well, and it was really good against like the suits with shock dampeners as well if you put it in mix-up mode. But yeah, as soon as somebody gets you stunned, you're kind of done for because it has no melee resistance and has no beam resistance. I believe it stays at 1 or 2 at both of its levels, and the melee defense is pretty poor too. So you'll see me do like 3,000 damage if I manage to get a melee off on the Ag. So yeah, but they have 2 of them, so I'm guessing they're trying to go for, and they also have another raid as well, so I think they're trying to go for a super rush heavy kind of team and have the GM Cold Districts and their GM try and back them up. But yeah, that is a near miss. And hey, you're doing a downswing? That's fine by me. If you don't know, the the Ag, if you tackle it, you don't get a counter, but you will knock the Ag over. So if you tackle an Ag when he's doing something like a really long downswing that it has, it will fall over, and that allows for pretty much a free follow-up. So you really have to be careful when you play the Ag. I kind of stopped playing it lately because people are just getting way too confident in dealing with it. Again, as soon as you step out with an Ag, usually the whole team will focus you because you're also kind of a big suit. At least bigger than the other suits at 250, so you'll get focus fired, and then once you get stunned, yeah, it's down to Pound Town with you, with all the melee suits, or suits that will melee you normally. I say melee suits, but a GM doing over 3,000 might as well be a melee suit tonight. But yeah. Nice downswing. Taro's going to follow up with his melee, and we're going to finish him up with the beam spray gun, which what I remembered in the Gundam series that the beam spray gun is supposed to be like rapid fire, but in this game it's like a pew, pew, pew. But it's a good reason it is, because imagine if I was just rapid firing this beam spray gun and doing 800 damage per shot. That'd be like the Gyaradoga's beam rifle. When on the Gyaradoga heavy arms, how you know how that does 400 damage? Yeah, imagine doing 800 damage per shot with that. That'd be really fucking good. But yeah, the enemy ags or at least one of the enemy ags is pushing up. So hey, that's 900 damage per shot. That is, yeah, that's really good. But that's gonna leave the other ag to come over towards me. Thought he did his melee, but he didn't. That's gonna leave a pretty easy follow up against me. And then my other teammate jumped down and just got meleeed as well. Nice. But yeah. So let's see if we can finish up on these ags here, because they're the only two people up front here. So we should be able to finish them off real fast, at least momentarily fast. Yep, there goes one, and then there goes the other. Tackle him to keep him in place, and there he goes. Now we just have to deal with the incoming front here. And unfortunately, I pushed a little bit too up, a little bit too forward. And I'm going to pretty much single myself out to where the enemy team will finish up on me pretty quick. Oh well. We'll spawn in again, because 250, I have a short spawn-in time. And hey, we're fighting against 9BR and Galactic Cosmos. We played against these guys before a couple of times. 9BR and, you know, the people on the enemy team. So, you know, again, you'll see some regulars in this game if you play the game regularly. Let's see, what can we do? Everybody's almost dead on my team except for one guy. I guess we just have to get in real close. And, hey, this ag is, yeah, this ag is pretty much good as dead. Let's go in with a melee. Downswing for good luck, and he is dead. I think he tried to get out of his suit, because he stood still for a little bit there, so I know he didn't have his dodge roll. Maybe he just accepted death. I don't know. Could be either of those options. But, hey, we got the enemy team pushing up again. We got one of them over here. We got 1 minute left in the match. All you have to do is survive, and we'll see what we can do with the GM. Actually, everybody is still, they have good health now, so we should be able to wait this out, because we have been beating them at every corner. Hey, downswing right over the Zaku too, right for him to do his downswing. Yeah, that was pretty clean looking, actually. So, yeah, pretty nice follow-up on the ag, and I'm going to try and focus out this ag so I can get him out of the way. I don't want him charging forward at us. He is gone. Now we just have to worry about the other raids. Oh, okay, so I think there was 4 raids, not 3 raids. My bad. So, yeah, we're just going to get a bunch of damage from this. Vulcans will do 74 damage. The kind of poor GM Vulcans are now doing actual damage against raids at this cost. Awesome. Last almost 10 seconds here. I don't believe I'm going to get anything else off. I am going to get a downswing, but nothing good, because he did a tackle, and I believe he's going to do his downswing, and I'm going to tackle it? No, his neutral swing. If for some reason the ag didn't fall over, even though that was literally on his neutral swing, that should have countered him, but whatever, game, you know, it's GBO2. They decide what they want to have happen or not. But hey, mission completed, and we'll see what we got going on. Hey, top individual score, nice. Almost everyone on our team beat their rivals. I kind of feel for the support. No wonder he didn't beat his rival. There's 4 enemy raids. But hey, second place, 6-3, not too bad at all. Still got second place in damage and pursuit assist. And yeah, that is the GM. We actually got exactly 8,000 points here. Nice. But yeah, that's the regular GM on Arctic base. And yeah, the GM's a GM. What can you do with it besides, again, like I said earlier, you can try and play an assisting general role with it. Give it some, leg breaker parts. Help out your frontline general. Try and break some legs, or just add to that beam damage it can do. But, you know, it's an okay suit. Again, having played some of these older suits already, I've already had a Zaku 2 video and a Zaku 1 video, and now I have my GM video. And I gotta say, these older suits definitely need some kind of buff. I believe I mentioned for the Zaku 1, it needs maneuver armor. I'm fine with it not having a dodge roll, but maneuver armor would probably help out the Zaku 1. The Zaku 2 and the GM, I mentioned this before, I think they need a dodge roll at least. At least they're higher cost. They're lower cost, I can be like, okay, you know what, yeah, you don't need a dodge roll. It's not like you really need it, but at the at 300, they'll probably be better for those suits. Maybe Yeah, I'm thinking dodge roll probably helped them. Not anything crazy, just a single dodge roll for these two suits. That way they can kind of continue pressuring enemies after they get cornered because they don't have dodge rolls. They like to. I've always seen it where people will like to they'll corner these suits because they know they don't have a dodge roll, so they'll just come up to them, melee them, and then just continue pressuring them. Because what is the GM and Zaku 2 going to do to you? At close range. Although the GM will probably have a better chance. Well, I mean they both have bazookas, so I guess it depends on their weapons they're using. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And type up in the comment section how you feel about the GM. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I kind of didn't like the GM at first when I first saw it. I'm more of a Xeon guy. I like the Zaku, and I like the Zaku 2, the Zaku 3. I kind of like that one. But, I've been more of a Mono Eye guy, But I've grown to like the GM over the years knowing Gundam. I actually do have a Tamashii Nations figure of this, the anime line of the GM. Cause I do like the more simpler design of the older suits, and then I believe like the Jeddah and the Jagan. Actually, I kind of like the Jagan design wise, but the Jeddah, I think that one's a little bit too. Not over designed, but there's a little bit too much going on there. Where I'm like, I still prefer the more simpler design of the GM. But that's just my taste. I know a lot of people like the Moon Gundam designs and all that, or the newer suits like the Stark Jagan or other suits like that. But for me, I just like my suits, my 70s or late 70s suits, kind of basic. But yeah, that'll be it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.